In this video, we're going to take a look at the track controls in Ableton Live. These controls are found in both the Session and Arrangement View windows. So first, I'm going to show them to you in Session View and explain what the controls do, and then I'll show you where they are in the Arrangement View window. At the bottom of each track here, you can see the track controls. Now, it's worth knowing that you can actually show and hide elements of the track controls by going to the bottom right-hand corner of your window and clicking this little arrow, and then you can check things on and off if you want to show or hide them. There are also shortcuts listed down here. So if I did not want to see my in and out, I can click this off or press Option Command I to hide them and to get them back. The input-output section is pretty flexible. You can choose a source for audio in. It could be an external source like my audio interface that's connected, and then you can select a channel on that interface. In this case, my microphone is plugged into channel 3, so you can see the meter bouncing up and down as I talk. The audio out is here, and you can choose to send your audio to another track or some other device. And again, if this were not going out to the main, you would see a box down here, like a sub box, a sub menu to select which channel to send it to. The monitoring section is kind of complicated if you're new to recording, but basically it has to do with what you hear in the track. So for any audio track, you're either going to hear what's already on the track or what is currently being recorded into that track. So the auto button will automatically switch those. So right now the track is not armed, and so if I were to play a clip, you are going to hear that clip. Okay. If I record arm the track, then you're going to hear my voice instead of what's already on the track. If I turn monitoring off, I can still record into the track, but I'm not going to hear what I'm recording. I would only be able to hear what's on the track already. And finally, if I choose in, then I'm only going to hear what's going through the track, and I can't hear what's on the track. I can only hear what's going through the track. So this is a popular option for live performance. If you want to put plugins or other processing on the track and then sing or play an instrument through the track, you can use input monitoring, and it will do that. For instance, if I wanted to add reverb to my voice, there it is, and it's pretty cool. Below the input-output section are your sends. So sends are parallel effects. So if I listen to this tambourine, and I can add reverb to it by boosting this knob. And now you can hear reverb. If I want to add delay, and that's pretty cool. Now, these knobs are tied to the tracks over here, the return tracks. If I double click to go to device view, you can see there's the reverb plugin and there's the delay plugin. You can have a bunch of these returns and sends. If I go to the create menu and choose insert return track, it creates a C return and a C knob on each track. So if you want to quickly add parallel effects like reverb or delay or some other kind of maybe parallel compression, you can do it here. I'm going to go ahead and delete that. Below that, you have the track fader, controls the volume of the track. You have the pan knob that controls where you hear a track on the left side or right side of your headphones or speakers. These numbers are track activators. So they are effectively mute buttons. If it's grayed out, you're not going to hear it. It's muted. And if it's not grayed out, if it's in yellow or orange or whatever this color is, then you can hear it. There are solo buttons below that, record arm buttons, and then down here you have these A and B buttons. And what these are for is if you are DJing somewhere and you have a bunch of songs in this track and a bunch of songs in this track, and you want to like fade in and out between them, you can set one track to A and one track to B. And then over here in the main track, there's actually a crossfader like on a DJ turntable. And so you can use that to blend the tracks or just play one or the other. There's a little meter down here for your CPU load for that track, and then a color tab. So those are the track controls in session view. And if I hit tab, I can go to the arrangement view, and you can see the same controls. We have the activator or the mute button, the solo button, the record arm. This C is that pan knob. So now you can see a specific value, and it says L or R. That just shows you your panning. Here is the track fader. It's just a little rectangle now. These rectangles are the send knobs. And when you change one here, it is changed in this window too. So they're not independent controls. They just look different in each window because of how the window's laid out. Here you have your audio routing, your input, your monitoring, your output. And so all the track controls are the same, and they are tied together. If you want to see the mixer style track controls in the arrangement view window, you can do that by clicking this icon again down here, and it brings it up, and that's new in Ableton 12.